Okay, here we are inside a Zoom session. This is one of our Zoom rooms for ATLE, and you can see I'm in here with myself and my fireplace because it seems to fit the Ignite theme. And so when you come in and you click on the link as a participant or as a speaker, this is the interface that you see. In the top left, we have a little shield that connects us to the meeting room information and the settings, which is where you can go and check video, audio, filters and such. In the bottom left, we have the audio and the video, and you can choose your audio microphone and your speaker. You can test it. Same with your video, you can choose which camera you want to use, or if you want to use a virtual background. So that's actually available in both those places. In the top right, we have a view screen, which I think says participants or something else in a Windows machine. And I would recommend don't be full screen. To get out of full screen, you can press your escape key. I recommend the gallery view. That's the Brady Bunch view. A speaker view puts them across the top. And in the bottom right is where you leave the meeting. In the bottom middle, these are your controls where you have participants and chat. And you can share your screen and have reactions like, you can clap your hands or give a thumbs up or whatever. That comes up on your profile picture. So here we can see the three people who are in this meeting, me, and Mrs. Bell. If I click on the chat, I can now type in the chat and that will appear to everybody in the meeting. If I hover over myself, I can mute myself here and three little dots appear. And when I click in there, I have other options that turn up. And for some reason it's popped down here, but usually you just click there, it'll just turn up right there. There we go. Let's say I want to pretty myself up a little bit before the meeting. I'll go choose virtual background. And if I have any backgrounds in my backgrounds and filters, I can upload them here and move them behind. So I'm just going to do a plus and I'm going to add an image and I'm going to check in my downloads. So I have this image here. I'll just click that. So I can click on here. And now I have my Convergence background that I can use for my presentation, and it looks a little nicer than just being me with my gray wall behind me. So now I've got my virtual background, and let's say I'm ready to present. I've checked my audio and video. I've got a nice little background. All right, let's go ahead and share our screen. I'm going to click on share screen. And I would like to share this screen. Okay, so now I'm sharing my screen. You can see my presentation, and so as I start to present it, I'll just click on my first slide and I'll go present. And so as a presenter, I will just click my way through the presentation as we go. You'll see on my screen, I also have my toolbar just sitting right there on top of things, whether I'm presenting or not. By the way, if you scan your phone over this QR code, you'll be able to make sure you get the link to the latest version of Zoom at this URL here. Now I can still see my participants if I click here, my chat if I click here, so I can now present and be able to see these things at the same time. I can click on more and I have more options. And all of this is still just with me as a user, not as the actual host. One option I do not have when presenting normally is breakout rooms. So if you do want to use breakout rooms, you will need to log in with the host code. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. Let's stop sharing our screen. Now let's say I'd like to put people in breakout rooms. To use breakout rooms, I need to log in with the claim host code. So this is a way for us to see how to do that. Let's see how to use a claim host code. So here I am, I'm not a host. Here are my participants, and in my participant window, I can just go down to claim host and enter the host key. So I'm just going to enter the host key for this room. and click claim. And so now I have been determined to be the host of the room. So now we have a host to the room, and that means that I have more options on my toolbar. I can record the session by clicking this, and it sends a notification out to people that is being recorded. And then I can stop recording when the session is done. And to use breakout rooms, in my toolbar, I just click on breakout rooms, and then I can choose how many rooms I'd like to create and whether they're to be assigned automatically or manually, or for people to choose the room themselves. So that's how I would create my breakout rooms, and I can choose here everybody's in the same room. I can open my rooms, and they'll be able to go in there and have a conversation. When we're done, I'll show you. So when everything is done, I can broadcast a message to everybody that gives them a message in all the rooms. And when I'm done, I click close rooms, and sometimes it'll give me a 60-second countdown. If the room is really small, then it doesn't. And so that is how I use breakout rooms. I hope you found this video helpful. Some other quick little tips if you're just looking for some presentation tips. One tip would be position your camera nicely. So make sure that your camera is either directly in front of you or up a little bit, so that you don't have that camera down below sort of looking up at your face, which is not such a flattering view. Make sure that you have some good sound equipment, good audio. One of our sponsors is Logitech, and as you probably know, Logitech products are really popular in the education community. Whether you're looking for a basic equipment or really good quality equipment, go check out Logitech. They purchased Blue Yeti, and I'm using a Blue Yeti mic right now, so you'll see from the quality of the audio, it's pretty good. And I'm also using a Brio webcam, which is also by Logitech, so keep that in mind when choosing your tools. I'll give them a plug, and hopefully this helps you when thinking about your peripherals, your camera angles, your sound, and some of your strategies in your session. So good luck. Looking forward to the presentations. Bye-bye.